Cork 214, Wexford 18 points. This is a big missed opportunity in my opinion for Wexford. I thought going into the last 10 minutes that Wexford were going to push on and win, but Cork staged a late comeback. They only led once in the entire game, but that was in the 72nd minute. Cormac Beausang with Cork's second goal, and they have now clinched a spot in the league semi-finals. Wexford burst out of the traps. Lee Chin and Matthew O'Hanlon were both back in the side. Both of them were fantastic. In particular, Lee Chin was magnificent. He hit the first 2 points. Simon Donoghue, Mikey Dwyer, Conor MacDonald all tagged on more as Wexford burst 6 points to 0 ahead. They pushed on to lead 10-6 at the break, but in the 45th minute, Cork got a massive score. A bit of genius from Pádraig Power. He poked the ball into the back of the net, a high ball that was dropped in on him, and he just flicked it with the hurl into the back of the Wexford net to make it 1-7 to 13 points. Then Seamus Hannity came in, and his experience was crucial. He set up 3 points after the Cork goal for Kingston and for Barrett, and Chin led the way brilliantly the other end for Wexford, constantly coming up with clutch scores. However, Cork staged their late rally. Jack O'Connor equalised for them, and Cormac Beausang sent Cork ahead in the 72nd minute, and they held on to win the game by 2 points. Look, for Cork, they'll be delighted that they got the victory. However, Wexford did prove that they were superior at stages of the game, but then obviously Cork just hung in there and got the victory. For Wexford, it's relatively worrying in a sense that Cork were way further off their full strength, I think, than Wexford were. Wexford had Lee Chin there, they had Matthew O'Hanlon there, they had Diarmuid O'Keefe, they had Conor MacDonald. You know, they didn't really have too many, apart from maybe Rory O'Connor starting, but he came in. He came off the bench. They didn't really have too many lads to come back in the same way that Cork have a lot of lads to come back. And now, obviously, a potential injury to Matthew O'Hanlon. Like, for Wexford, like, I'd be nervous going into Championship. I'm not as confident about them this year as I have been over the last few years. I think that maybe this era with this Wexford team, not that it's over. It's not over, but I do think their peak was 2019. I do think with this team that their best chance of winning in All-Ireland was 2019. And since then, I haven't felt as confident in them. And the likes of Lee Chin would walk into any team in the country. He's genuinely one of the best to do it. But it's going to be interesting to see how Dara Egan manages to get the maximum out of them this year, because they, particularly the Clare defeat, they just looked abject in that game. And they looked like they were so reliant on getting the likes of Lee Chin, Matthew O'Hanlon back into the side. And they have improved, drastically since getting them back into the team. But again, it wasn't enough to get the victory, and that's something that will definitely concern Dara Egan going forward. For Cork, league semi-final secured. Pat Ryan will be absolutely delighted. It's gone, pretty much exactly how he would have wanted it to go. They've got big wins in the league, particularly the one over the Limerick was fantastic. And now heading into the Final Four, they have a big enough squad that they can go for it without screwing themselves over for the first round of Munster, in my opinion. So, yeah, why not go for it? Pick up a league title. They haven't won one in so long, so I think it's something like 20 years since Cork have won the league title. So why not go for it? It's been long enough, and for a successful county like Cork, they would absolutely love a bit of silverware.